So I bet a lot of you have Edison phonographs and would like to shave on them. Well, most phonographs made between the 1880s, which most of you don't have, all the way up to 1905, have shaving attachments. This is an example. We're using an Edison Triumph Model A, circa 1901 or 2. The reason why we know this has sharp corners, and by 1903 they discontinued the sharp corners. So they had a more round appearance and a little thicker top boards on it. So this is a 01 to 02 model Triumph. And the last patent date is May 31st, 1898. So, operating the turning rest, we're going to read from the manual of the phonograph from 1900. Lower the lift lever, H. So this is H, this is the lift lever. Lower it. And press the knife button until the knife touches the cylinder, and press down the knife lever, L. Okay? So this is what they're talking about. This is the button for the knife. You push it down into the record. And then this is the locking lever. So this is the lift lever H. So you raise it up again, and then you start the machine. And you want it at the highest speed you can obtain. Make sure your machine's fully wound, by the way. And now we're shaving. Let's take a good look at this. It may be hard to see, but yes, there is coming off of it. Very fine shavings. Never take a rough cut. It may take forever, but the finer the shave, the better the fruits of your recording and the fruits of your shaving. And not to mention that it bogs the machine down if you take too thick of a shave. So we're going to give it a couple passes to show you how to shave your record. And we are taking actually quite a bit of material off. The blank that is on this machine is one that was made by my hand. And but we are shaving, and you'll notice that there is a fine dust in the back here, underneath of it. You can kind of see it there. And that is your shaving powder from the cylinder coming off. Very thin shaves. It almost looks like you're not doing anything, but it really does a better job. So this is showing you that, yes, you can shave on your Edison phonograph. The main thing is never to set the knife in the up position, because if you try to cut it, of course, it'll be too deep, and the machine will just stop, and then you'll have a big gouge in your blank, which you do not want a big gouge in your blank. So, yes, this also trues your blank to your phonograph, so that it is more true to the machine that you're recording on. When you shave on the machine that you record on, it'll the recorder will actually follow it more nicely. So we wind it up again, and again put that lift lever down. If you notice that this is the position where it will go up and down, say up, and then push it down to the blank with the lift lever down. And then this is the lock lever on the back. And then lift it up, start your machine again. Sometimes it's harder to shave on a phonograph the very start of the blank. As you can see, it bogged down just a little bit, but there it goes again. After this shaves through, I will give a quick demonstration of the surface quality of a shave on a phonograph. This has an original shaver, an original knife on it. So the knife is original to the machine. I did have to do a little adjusting to the knife, but other than that, it really shaves quite well. In fact, if you're doing general recording, there's nothing wrong with it, or you're out in the field recording in the jungle, it's, you know, it's a way to shave your blanks. It takes forever, but it works. That's the main thing. And it's actually kind of deceiving, because it actually kind of, the surface when you look at it doesn't look exactly right. But when you actually go to test it, it actually does a good job. As I said, this is not an Edison blank. This is a modern, was made by my hand. So this is how we shave the cylinder.
We'll give it another pass, and then we'll give it a test.
Right now, in fact, I am getting things ready for the Union Mechanical Music Show in Union, Illinois, at Donley's Wild West Town. I don't accept orders unless they are live recordings, you know, preferably for a university or some public venue, not for the private collector. I do not accept tapes to transfer copyrighted material onto, you know, cylinders, because that's technically piracy, to be honest with you. It is piracy to, you know, put, you know, modern music on these, and honestly, I'm trying to fight piracy, but I still get quite a few requests to, you know, put like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, but, you know, I have to actually take the time to have these copyrights cleared. If I am going to put that material on, it's quite expensive. You know, other people are just pirating. They're just like taking this stuff and downloading it. But, you know, you have to ask permission to do that. So, so let's do this again. This is, again, push the button down, lock the lift lever. This gives you a good idea. Again, there's that lift lever on the back here, right here. And when you're not using it, always have this all the way up and locked. Otherwise, it could, you know, shave your favorite Sophie Tucker cylinder, and you don't want to do that. Getting that first initial shave can be hard because the knife doesn't quite all go back all the way to the beginning of the cylinder. And plus, I'll be honest, my blanks fill more of the cylinder than the original ones. Fill more of the mandrel. Most of the original records more tend to be the right side, sometimes off of the right end of the mandrel, and leaving a lot of space on the left. But as you can see, we are shaving on this machine. Here, if I can show you some of the shavings in there. Oh, there it is. Whoop. You can kind of see the white dust that's underneath the shaver. So it actually does work, and it is shaving the cylinder. Now, your standard recording speed, of course, is 160 RPM, and you want to shave about 200 RPM or so if your phonograph is capable of going that fast. So this is the speed adjustment knob. So you want to have that adjustment knob as fast as it will go. When it reaches the end, I will then we'll put it on a playback phonograph just to test the surface qualities of a phonograph shaved blank. As I said, you might spend a half an hour, to be honest with you, shaving off a song, because it takes very little bites. And if you get rowdy with it, it will try to take a big chunk out of it. Well, it's not even going to shave. The machine is going to stop. So this is a very good tutorial on shaving. So we take the blank off of the mandrel, and here, let's kind of get out here in the light where you can see the surface quality of it. Not too bad, really. Pretty decent job of shaving. And that's with the original shaving knife. we're going to go over here to this section of the room and flip our light over to there so you might actually see the playback phonograph. There we go. We see the playback and a recorder over to the left. This is our new recorder, by the way, that is also capable of recording concert cylinders. So you want brand new concert cylinders, that'd be, we have those. But let's check the surface quality of this. This is a 1906 Edison home with a Model C reproducer. And I would say that Triumph did a fairly decent job. In fact, it almost makes me want to shave, the final shave on the Triumph, because that's fantastically quiet. And that's shaved on your phonograph. So you can actually get great results from shaving on your phonograph. So there it is, folks. I almost think that's better than the commercial shaver, to be honest with you. Pretty quiet, I'd say. So there you have it, shaving on your phonograph. Here's kind of showing you the illustrations in this book a little bit. There's the locking lever. This is on a spring motor or a Class M machine. You can see this is a Class M because it actually has a little stopper. So it's a standard speaker that they were using. But yeah, that's a pretty decent shave for your phonograph.